camera. Talking today to Obi Asika, who is the CEO of Storm360. Obi, how did Storm get started?
Well, initially it was sort of just out of law school. As I say, the background in promoting raves and clubs and the rest of them in England. And then when I got back to Nigeria, there was really zero options for young people at all. It was all sort of imported stuff run by the Lebanese Syrians or house parties. So we started doing club nights, taken from what we'd been doing in London in the late 80s. And that's pretty much when we first started in the early 90s, like 91. By 92, we did a couple of TV shows that were syndicated, some radio stuff, and still sort of club promotion, but left it.
So what were those early TV shows?
The club called Weekend Raps, which was like a weekly show on Saturday mornings, hosted by a chap who now owns a big club in London, actually. And then a show called Soul with Sprite, which is Sounds of Urban Lagos. They're both music-driven. That was like a magazine, one-hour show, interviews and videos, and I mean, I still have some of the tapes, pretty old stuff. But yeah, it was just. I mean, I was 21, 22. I was working as a legal advisor in a trading company, and at the same time, sort of trying to run this little.
So you had a day job and went out at night.
No life. I mean, from the day job to the studio, recording, released our first albums in '92, which became enormous classics. We didn't make any money off them because of the piracy situation. I actually think Sony Music, their distribution plant, their manufacturing plant, killed us straight from the outset. I remember it was cassettes, it wasn't even the CDs. So yeah, that's how we started.
And you had a couple of artists who went on to Project Fame Africa. Tell me.
Yeah, well, that's now jumping forward like 10 years. And Dari Atalade, who's one of the major Nigerian artists, Dari's kind of like a younger brother, and we're sort of looking after him. And he went into this Project Fame, which is the first continental show really on Africa of any type. And he went in there, and Nigeria really got behind him. He came third. We all thought he should have won. So I sort of went in there and we said, okay, look, we'll manage you and try to help you sort of position yourself. And that really, in many respects, was the return of Storm. It was like 2004. And also with a chap called Tola Adunsi and Olisa Libo, guys who work with me, and Remy Ogunbiton, who I partnered with in 2005 on the TV side of things, kind of convinced me that I could actually do this stuff full time and live off it, you know, because that was the fear, that is this just vocation or can it be occupation? You know? I think everybody in Nigeria knows now that entertainment is serious occupation.
And you worked with Remy on the first production with Endemol.
Productions with Endemol on Road to Doctor's Quarters. We created Amstel Malta box office together, which is still running, even though we don't produce it anymore. Then we did the seminal show, which is Big Brother Nigeria, which is by far the biggest production ever in Nigeria. Then we did Apprentice Africa and Dragon's Den Nigeria. So we've done from the sort of more serious stuff to the light comedy to drama. And even as I am now, we're developing our own formats. We have Niger Sings, which Glow sponsors, which is with an Mnet format. And we just created a show called Icons for Vodafone in Ghana, which was enormously successful this year. So I mean, for me, the future for us is creating our original formats, from drama to comedy to light entertainment, and of course reality shows, because people seem to love them.
And you've clearly done the show in Ghana, which is certainly being talked about a lot in Ghana when I was there recently.
Oh, excellent, good.
Do you intend to work across the continent, or?
Well, certainly. I mean, I'm really keen to get out to Nairobi. I mean, I think there's a huge opportunity out there in East Africa. So hey, Kenya, we're coming soon. and we have a lot of friends and stuff out in South Africa. We haven't done business per se, but you know, our music travels in there, and we go there all the time. We have great relationships out there, and I think some interesting things will happen there as well.
I know you've got a strong interest in new media and mobile in particular, and the delivery of music and television product and film product that way. What's the potential? What's the moment when this is going to kind of happen in Nigeria?
Well, I think all of us just, you know, you look at the whole Main One, Wax, all the different sort of backbone things, and we're trying to see when this pipe is actually going to be able to give the personal consumer that sort of speed to get the stuff. I think it's all about speed. Some of the people like Swift 4G are actually, I mean, pretty quick right now, but that's like limited to people who can afford that. Or looking for when everybody on their mobile can do that. And I'm sure any time between the next 12 to 18 months we'll see that capacity. People like us are just trying to build the content so that once everybody presses go, we're ready to go. But what we're trying to do is activate our content now. So hopefully in the next 3 months we'll be launching our own like Storm TV as a mobile channel available on YouTube, and then as an app on everybody's devices. Because really, I'm like, with 600 million mobiles in Africa, 500 in Europe, America, and you know how it is, the Nigerians are everywhere. We just want to make this stuff available on everybody's device. And if we can get that, then I'm sure that we'll all begin to churn because we're all looking for the money.
Obi, thank you for talking to me today.
Oh, great.